All right. We are starting a new game today. And the new game we're starting is actually an older game, but they did a remake. As you probably tell from the title, we are attempting to play Demon's Souls. I have never played any kind of FromSoft game. I've never played any kind of Souls-like game. Well, that's kind of a lie. I played like 30 minutes of Elden Ring, just the very beginning. But it wasn't my system or my game, so that's why I only played 30 minutes. It's not like I just gave up. But I will say that these games have never appealed to me. Um, they and it has nothing to do with the difficulty. I know that they're hard, and I'm not a great video game player to begin with. But I know they're hard, but I'm okay with difficult. Um, it's just the whole lack of narrative, and I know a lot of people with. I don't know if it's the same thing with Demon Souls. I'm kind of um, associated with Elden Ring, but I know a lot of people say Elden Ring's got a story. You just have to read the items. No, that's lore. I typically need a narrative. If it's got lore to go with the narrative, that's great. But narratives themselves, they're pretty important for me. So that's number one. And I know Elden Ring's narrative isn't really there, isn't great. It's got a little bit of one, but you know. Second, I'm not into monsters. This kind of genre of game, monsters, aliens. Now, there's always exceptions. One of the games that I'm gonna be platinuming again. I've already platinumed them all once to begin with, but Mass Effect is one of my favorite trilogies ever. Um, So, I mean, there are exceptions, but usually I don't like aliens. It needs to have some form of realism for me, and I know that's kind of weird when I've been playing AC, which is basically historical fiction. But it really just comes down to I want humans killing humans, that kind of thing. Um, so just these type of games have never really appealed to me. But I grabbed this one when it was free. It was part of the PS4 collection or PS5 collection, or maybe it was just free for a month. I don't remember, but I grabbed this one when it was free. Yeah, okay. This one was just free as a PS Plus game. I grabbed it because I grab most of those games when they're free. I usually don't play any of them, but you never know. So I usually grab this one. So it's been kind of staring at me for a couple of years now. And then Bloodborne I got on the PS4 collection, and that one's kind of been staring at me for a little while as well. I just never have gotten into it. So I just really, really needed a break from Assassin's Creed, Creed Rogue, and it has basically been back to back to back. The fact that I'm not a big fan of Rogue to begin with, that's kind of contributed and pushed me to where I needed a little bit of a break. Um, but I don't think I would have delayed a break much longer if I wasn't playing Rogue. I think I will be. Um, I I don't think I will be, doing a little bit of Assassin's Creed here and there over the next couple weeks. Maybe I'll rotate these games, do them every other day or something. But yeah, I just needed something to get my mind off of it, and then kind of wanted something that was completely different as well, which is what led me to this game. Um, I also may be starting a Batman Arkham series platinum run, and I know those platinum trophies are brutal. Um, but I haven't played any of the Batman games since the original release. I may have played Arkham Knight more than once. But just a little side note, I was just looking at some videos on the Batman series on YouTube not too long ago. I mean, within last week, and they mentioned that Arkham City was set in prison, and I totally forgot that game was even set in a prison. I just assumed it. since it said city, we're driving around Gotham, but guess not. So yeah, I don't remember that game at all, and everyone says it's the best one. So I am kind of curious, and so yeah, so that's probably going to start happening as well. Um, we'll see how deep into this game I get. I don't know if I'll do that alongside Assassin's Creed and Demon Souls. Um, if this game's struggling to pull me in a bit, whether it's difficulty or for whatever reason, then I'll throw Batman in there as a buffer as well. If I get really into this game, I'm starting to figure it out, then I'll probably wait for Batman until after I'm done with this. But we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I know nothing about Souls games really. Just secondhand knowledge from what people have told me. I know they're very hard. I've seen some videos of boss fights and stuff like that. Mostly in Elden Ring. I know nothing about Demon Souls or the remake, and this is the remake, by the way, in case I didn't mention that. So, voice language, subtitle language, subtitles on, subtitle backing. We don't need it on the first day. Man was granted a soul, and with it, clarity. On the second day, upon earth was planted an irrevocable poison. Was planted a soul-devouring demon. I mean, the game looks great. And I know this is a PS5 remake. This is one of the first true PS5 games, I think. I mean, visually looks pretty freaking sick. Demon Souls. Game help menu, auto equip items, controller. Yeah. I don't know enough about the game to make any changes yet, so let's see. Let's get right into it. Yeah, I really have no idea what to expect.